everyone, Harriet here. It's been a while since I've done a video, so this one is a bit special today. This is a box opening I'm doing of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. So, hopefully everyone knows what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. If people know me, they know how much I truly love Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I found out they were selling this, I had to get it because Yugi and Yami Yugi, they were my favourite characters from the series, and I used their deck actually. Well, my deck is actually mostly the cards like Dark Magician Girl and all that. So I had to get this. Sorry about the shaky hand, I'm filming this from my mobile today. So let's have a look at the box first of all because it's really beautiful. So as you can see, it has the hieroglyphics because of the Egyptian theme from the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! And as you can see, you have the Millennium Eye. And this kind of is the puzzle, so it kind of reminds you of the box that Yugi had the puzzle in. And also I need to show underneath as well because it shows. So there are 3 decks here. And as you can see, there's Yugi's Exodia deck, which has the God cards. You have the Battle City deck. And you're also getting these 3 cards that haven't been released, I believe. And you also have Yugi's Gadget deck, which was used in the last series when he fought against Bakura, and also the one where he used, spoilers, when he fought Atem or Yami Yugi at the very end of the series. So, hopefully I can open this. Shaky vision. I'm getting there. There we go. Okay, so here are the 3 cards that we have. So, oh, there's actually quite a few in there. I thought we only got 3. That's even better. Okay. So, as you can see, this is Exodia. I have never owned all of Exodia, so this is fantastic. I think I've only ever owned Exodia, the Forbidden one, the left leg and the right arm, and that's about it. And also we have Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior, and Magician of Black Chaos. So I'm just going to pause and I'm just going to open these up so we can see what's inside them, because with one hand you don't want me going blah, 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 and taking about 10 minutes to open them. So we're back in one moment. Okay, and we are back now after opening all these, and I've remembered how much I hate cellophane because it just sticks to you no matter what you're doing. So I'm going to show these one by one. Hopefully the mobile will be able to show it. So we have these are the ones that came in the sleeve. Electromagnetic Turtle, Dark Renewal, Black Illusion. Oh, Glory of the King's Hand. This is from the original series. This is what was, if anyone doesn't know, this, in the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh! When Pegasus went to, wait, I'm going to put this on because I'm going to put this on autofocus. So, in the original series, when they went to not Battle City, Jeweller's Kingdom, that's it. They were given these cards that, if you wanted the money, so you were given like a huge fortune if you won, and then I believe, set sail for the kingdom. So this one Joey used to pay, I'm literally spoiling the series now, but this was, Joey used this for, to pay for his sister's operation because she was going blind. So this is set to sail for the kingdom. I don't remember that in the series, unless it was like a ticket for when they went on board. Jeweller's Kingdom. Oh wow, that is seriously cool. That's a map of Jeweller's Kingdom. That is really cool. Oh, so here we are. We got the God card. So we have Slifer the Sky Dragon. We have the Winged Dragon of Ra and Obelisk the Tormentor. I wonder. Yep, the backs of them, as you can see. So a normal card, if you don't know, is usually this color. But the God cards are very unique in the fact that the colours represent which ones they are. So, there we go. I put the wrong one in. So, oh, here we go. We've got another card. We have a token, which is of Yami Yugi. So, tokens are what you can use in the game if you need to put them onto your cards. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, so as you can see, that's the normal colour of the back of the card. So yellow is for Ra, blue is for Obelisk, and red is for Slifer. So these are the God cards that Yugi did have to get and this was during Battle City. You can't actually play these in the game unless the rules have changed since I've played it last, because it's been a long time since I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play them in the video game, in one of the games. I think it's Nightmare Troubadour you can play. So, yes, those are the God cards. Really good. As you can see, Ra doesn't have any attack or defense because of its ability. Obelisk, 4,000, and then Slifer had a hidden ability. Every time a card was summoned or something like that, it could add on something else or something like that. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've played the game, but watch the series. It's really good. So I'm going to move on. Wait, that's another card. So that was the electromagnetic turtle. So I'm going to go through these one by one. So we have Exodia, the forbidden one. There we go. The right leg of the forbidden one. Left leg. Right arm. And the left arm. So when all of these are put together, game over, basically. So in the beginning you could use stuff like Witch the Black Forest and other cards like that to summon these because of the low defense, attack and defense points, and that was the best way to win the game. Nowadays I don't know, I think if Exodia is still banned or limited, I'm not entirely sure. So then we have Blackluster Soldier, which is a ritual card. We have the Blackluster Soldier. There we go, Dark Magician. I knew we were going to get a couple of these. I'm going to have quite a few more Dark Magicians to add to my collection. We have Dark Magician Girl. She was my favourite. Ever since it was released in English, they had them in one of the booster packs, and I never got her. I was never lucky with Ultra Rares in Yu-Gi-Oh! But eventually I did get her in the end. They had like a deck set where you could get like 3 packs and you had Dark Magician Girl, so I got quite a few of them. So, okay, we've got Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Summoned Skull, that was also another card I used a lot in my deck. Curse of Dragon. Catapult Turtle. Celtic Guardian. Jeez, this is really bringing me back to the original series. Winged Dragon Guardian Fortress #1. Feral Imp. Yeah, this is definitely old school Yugi. Beaver Warrior. Griffle. Oh, I'm just losing all the cards. Mystical Elf, that was another one I used in my deck a lot. Then we have, I saw the Giant Soldier of Stone. Both these 2 cards were great for defense, both 2,000, so that was good for an opener. Mammoth Graveyard. Karibo! Another card that I did use in my deck. But there are different Karibo cards now, which kind of help you a bit more. Monster Reborn, a brilliant card, until it got banned many times, but I can understand why it got banned. Swords of Revealing Light, that was also another good card, especially if you wanted to stop someone attacking for 3 turns while you kind of think, oh, what do I do? Mystic Box, so we're on to the spell cards now. Brain Control. See, this was a great card in the anime, but in the series itself, it was only for 1 turn, I believe, but in the series it was entire. So some of the cards didn't go with what we played in real life, but I think that was in the first series. As GX and all those carried on, I think they went along with what was on the cards and didn't change them. Monster Recovery. Spell Shattering Arrow, I cannot speak today. Horn of the Unicorn, that's another one I used a lot. And also New Day Rocks, if you're watching, there you are, there's your unicorn horn. Mystical Moon, Burning Land, Multiply, Detonate, so that was always handy with Karibo, as you can see. Maiku, the Magical Mist. Polymerization. I don't think I have a polymerization in these decks, so I have a ritual, but not polymerization. Here we go, ritual, Blackluster Rituals, that was for the Blackluster Soldier. Mirror Force, that was another good card that sadly got banned time and time again. Magical Hats, the Eye of Truth, I think I had that in my deck again for a while, but then I switched over. Shift, And oh, here we go. Here's a fusion. Gaia, the Dragon Champion, of course. Polymerization for Gaia, the Fierce Knight, and Curse the Dragon. So yes, that's the first one. So I'm going to clear this all up, and then we're just going to have a look at the second deck. Okay, so we're on to the next deck now. So first up we have Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior. This was a fusion of 3 of the Magna Warriors. It was Alpha, Omega, and Beta, I believe. Okay, so that's the first of the shinies. Then we have another version of Dark Magician. So this was used in Battle City in the episode, I think, Magician versus Magician. One of the characters who worked under Marek, he had this version of the Dark Magician, which is just a red variant of the purple one that we know. Then we have another version of Dark Magician card. Now this is good because I don't actually have this version of the card, which is brilliant. So I'm just going to put this back on focus because my camera does not want to focus at all today, which is brilliant. So yes, I don't have this version of the Dark Magician girl, so that's going to go nicely amongst my other versions of all my Dark Magicians. The Swords of Revealing Lights, we have a shiny version of that. And we also have a rare shiny version of Mirror Force. Again, Mirror Force was one of those cards you could never get. The only reason I got mine is through one of these boxes that they used to have the different version of cards. Because you have these are secret rares, and then you had normal rares. Secret rares have become more popular recently, though I have heard that they're going to stop them. Not sure why, but you know, everyone has their reasons, I suppose. So we have Buster Blader, we have Archfiend of Gilfer, Jack's Knight. Yes, this is definitely. I don't think I have Jack's Knight, so this is definitely the Battle City deck. Queen's Knight, King's Knight. So I know each of them had their own version, you know, effects, because if anyone doesn't know, you can see there's different colours. So the darker brown has an effect, and the normal brown is just a normal standard card. It usually just has writing on it describing the card. We have Baphomet, Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, Alpha, the Magnet Warrior. Here we go. Beta, the Magnet Warrior, and Gamma. I wasn't too far off. Big Shield Gardener, that's another good defense, though once you attack it, it goes straight into attack mode. Karibo, another one. Another Monster Reborn. We're definitely going to get a lot of repeats in this. Dark Magic Curtain. So this is an amazing card if you're stuck. If you need a Dark Magician or a Dark Magician girl. No, it's just Dark Magician. You summon this, or you play this, and it costs you half your life points. And then you can summon a Dark Magician. So it's always handy if you're kind of stuck, though sometimes it can be a bit costly if you have low attack points, so you have to be careful. 1,000 Knives, Magic Formula, Magical Dimension, Diffusion Wave Motion, that's another good card. Double Spell, also another good card. Ectoplasma, I vaguely remember that, but I know it was used in Battle City. Soul Taker, Pot of Greed, that's another one that's been banned recently. Card Destruction, that was evil. If anyone has ever played when I had the original decks, I used to play with my friend, and whenever we used to play these on each other, it was just like, why? I had a good deck, I had a good hand. Exchange, Monster Recovery, again, Polymerization, Diffusion. This was brought in, so it was basically the opposite to this. So you fuse with this, and you defuse with this. Multiply, now we're on to the traps. Magical Hats, Magic Cylinder, another great card. It basically, whatever your opponent attacks with, you shoot it straight back at them. Especially good if they have a high attack power as well. Spellbinder Circle, another good card. Lightfall Sword, that was another card I used in my deck originally. Chain Destruction, Soul Rope, Tragedy, sorry. And then Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. So yes, so that's number 2. So again, I'm going to clear these up, and then I'm going to go straight on to the last deck. Right, so we're now on to the final deck. So this is the Gadget deck. So in the last series of Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi and Yami were separated. So Yugi had to use a new deck. And this is mainly, I think, gadgets. I can't remember most of Yugi's set now, to be honest. That was more because it was one series this was used, so it wasn't used as much as these two decks. So, but the famous one is the Magician of Black Chaos. That was used a few times in, was it? I can't remember now. It was used a couple of times in the series. So that's a ritual. Then we have Dark Magician of Chaos. Now this is notoriously banned all the time. And I remember when I used to play the game properly, when this was banned, I just thought, there's my staple card gone. Because I used to have him and I used to have Magician of Black Chaos in my deck. So once they were gone, I had to kind of rebuild around more Dark Magicians and not on Dark Magician of Chaos. Silent Magician. I have him already, but a double is brilliant. So the levels are different to normal cards. Usually start off with a small level, and then there's an effect that builds up that you can sacrifice the small level to bring up the big level. So in this case, Silent Magician is Silent Magician level 3, I'm hoping isn't here, is when you add tokens to it, and after 5 turns you sacrifice it and then bring out Silent Magician. But you add on 500 points every time you put a token on Silent Magician level 3. How I still remember this, I think because I had him in my deck, I think. Then we have the third version of Dark Magician. So the original was him kind of coming out of the painting. The second one was the red one. And the third one, as you can see, he has blonde hair in this. So Gold Sarcophagus. This was the card that kind of decided the game of the last episode. Again, you'll have to watch to see why. So we have Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction. There we go. I was level 4. Silent Magician level 4. Silent Swordsman level 7. And then Silent Swordsman level 5. And Silent Swordsman level 3. So there was usually more or less different strengths. So you could have 2 cards, you could have 3 cards with levels, but each of them helped each other build up to the next. So we have the Dark Magician card, the non-shiny version of the one we saw before. Buster Blader. The Tricky. Jack's Knight, Queen's Knight, and then King's Knight again. Green Gadget, here we go, so we've got the gadget cards now. Red Gadget, and then Yellow Gadget. Skilled Dark Magician, another great card, he was in my deck as well. Skilled White Magician. Blockman. Marshmallow. This originally, I think, was in the movie, if I remember likely. I can't remember now on the top of my head, but these are one of the cards you can get with the second movie, or the first movie. Yeah, it was kind of like in the day when they had Pokemon, where when you got the, I'm just going to switch hands, when you got the original cards, you used to, get the pack of cards with them. So this was one of them that you used to get, so that was cool. Karibo, Monster Reborn, Swords of Revealing Light, Card of Sanctity, Polarization, Dark Magic Attack, Magicians Unite, Dedication through Light and Darkness. That was the card I always used to have to help me summon the Dark Magician of Chaos. Black Magic Ritual. Black Magic Ritual. Oh yes, because we have the yeah, that's why. Ignore me. Tricky Spell number 4. Emblem of Dragon Destroyer. Marshmallow Glasses. Mirror Force. Magician Circle. Another good card. Oop. Shattered Axe. Stronghold, the Moving Fortress. Miracle Restoring. And finally, Dark Paladin. I don't think I had a Dark Paladin, so... No, I did. I had a shiny version, but I never opened it out of the pack, so... When, oh no, I can use them. It's Buster Blader and Dark Magician. That's brilliant. So, I'm just going to quickly sort these, and then I'll just have my final thoughts in a moment. So, that's all the cards with Yugi's Legendary Decks. Definitely worth the money. I got this for £20 at Play Nation Games. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, like I am, this is a double whammy, because one, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and second, I'm a Yugi fan, which is perfect. And now you can own all the decks. These are all playable par the God cards, which are here. But the token card you can use. Some of them might still be on the ban list. I'm not sure which ones are or not, but you can always look on the official Yu-Gi-Oh website, because they're always updating it every 6 months. and there's always a list of what's banned, limited, and what you can use, one, free, or none of. Or actually, no, yes, they usually put them back on the list where you can use free, because they switch between either you can use one or free. And I'm babbling, so I'm going to shut up. So, so definitely worth the money. I am going to put them back in the box as they are, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe I might use them. Because last time I used my deck, my Dark Magician deck, I got completely thrashed. So, yeah, I think I need to start learning a bit more about the XYZ. And now they have the, not synchro cards, the, Pendulum Monsters, that's it. I've watched the series. I have no clue. I have so much to catch up on Yu-Gi-Oh! But, yes, definitely worth the money, and a definite thumbs up from me. And yes, if you're a fan, buy it. Hopefully they'll bring out maybe Joey's, maybe Kaiba's. Kaiba's would be a brilliant deck to have as well, because it has all the variants of the blue eyes. Joey with the red eyes. Maybe other characters, maybe not of just of Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe of GX, 5Ds, Zexor, and the one with the pendulum jewel, I can't remember off the top of my head. So yes, brilliant. So that's it for me, and I shall speak to you all soon.